It's another day in our chaotic world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know when you guys are watching this, but this is GGinspire and I am live today. I wanted to send out some good vibes, some good energy into the ethos and give you guys a little sneak peek into some of the ways that I've been thinking as of late. So how to get more money and happiness without sacrificing every single ounce of time that you have. So most of us, and I'm seeing it all the time, many of us are in a situation where we have our day-to-day lives. We're thinking about family, faith, job, business, birthday parties, all of the Christmas is coming up, holiday time is coming up. We're inundated with stuff to worry about. The house, the rent, the mortgage, the time, the kid's sleeping. My kid lost a tooth yesterday. Like, oh, I forgot the tooth fairy. Like, these are, any number of things that we're thinking about. The bills, all of that stuff we're thinking about day to day all the time. And a lot of times what happens is that things seem to be getting us overwhelmed and we don't really have a lot of planning in place. And so all these things are inundating us all the time and we don't necessarily have anything organized. So sometimes I'll see what happens in people's lives. It's kind of one of two things. Like there's many great things going on in your family. Your family is really tight. They're close. They love each other. Everything's going really well, but your job is lagging or your business is lagging and you're not having as much success there and not making as much money as you would like, or you're not advancing maybe as fast as you would like. Maybe you lost a job recently. Maybe you quit your job. You're one of the 10 million people that quit their job in the last 3-4 months, right? Maybe you're in a situation where there's some family strife. Maybe, couples aren't getting along, there kind of differences of opinion. Things are going a little bit haywire. Maybe you're worried about your kids. I was super worried about my kids last year with virtual school. I mean, having a 6-year-old in virtual school on the computer all day. I mean, I posted about it a ton because I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, please, I hope she doesn't hate school after this entire virtual experience, right? She drew on the carpet one day. It was like she was a 3-year-old. It was crazy. But there's all these different things that are going on in our lives. So it could be great family, bad family, tough times, money, stress. You left your job, you quit your job, you hate your job. All of these challenges that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes it's just all of it seems bad. Like you got too many bad things going on all at once, right? But here's the thing. If you actually want to be able to have more happiness, more money, more success, more certainty, more feeling of peace, there's several things that you can do. And lots of people will give you advice on the things that you can do. But I'm going to tell you a couple things. And I ordered them like 3, 2, 1, right? So number 3 is be more intentional. I've been talking about this a lot. Be more intentional about your time, your focus, what you're doing, why you're doing it, right? There's got to be a reason behind what you're doing these things for. You're going to work because you got to pay the bills, right? But are you going to work because you love your job, or are you going there because you just have to get things done? Are you planning this party for your kids because you want them to have a great birthday? Or are you thinking about how to be able to bring the family together, how to be able to give them a good experience and talk to them about what that means, right? Birthdays are great, but it's sometimes just about fun. But the other side of it is that what are we doing this for? We're showing them a better life. We're showing them something more, something that they can enjoy. But also at the same time, like, which friends are you inviting? Are you inviting the ones that you like, right? The ones that they like, right? Acting without a plan makes you kind of a generality. So I'm a big list maker, and some people aren't listy people, but we do have to get a little bit more organized about what we're doing so that we're able to be more effective, right? So be more intentional about your day, about your week, about your activities. Why are you doing it? I had somebody tell me the other day, he was like, I don't even eat for pleasure anymore because I like what I'm eating. I just eat for sustenance and to make sure that I'm not weak. And I was like, man, that guy's like super disciplined rock, right? I'm not there yet, but we're working on it. Okay, so number 2, multitasking is a myth. Like we think that we can do multiple things at one time. We're only able to do one effective thing at a time. So we may have lots of windows open on our browser, so to speak, but we're only in one of them at one time. right? Unless you're on a computer with multiple windows. But here's the thing about it is that your eyes and your focus and attention can only be on one task at one given moment. So let's do each task effectively so we can do them faster, and then we'll be able to go on to the next one quickly, because there is no multitasking. It doesn't exist. So I want to recommend you guys do what you're doing while you're doing it. Do what you're doing while you're doing it. Stay focused on that one task, get it done quickly, and then move on to the next. It's the same way that I educate people about paying down debt. When you're paying down debt, don't put everything extra on all of them. Like, focus on one, get that one done, and then move on to the next. Boom, boom, boom. It'll happen a lot faster, right? Okay, and so the number 3, and this is the one that I think people sometimes have a hard time with. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, okay? We are in this crazy, beyond nuts world right now where nobody feels like they can tell the truth, the flat out bare bones truth. And whatever our reasoning is for that and how you feel about that, I'm going to tell you something. Number 1, tell the truth to yourself. You know, I looked at myself after the pandemic and I thought I would have a ton of time to like exercise and do lots of stuff. But I found that during the pandemic was a lot of stress eating. It was a lot of bad health. It was a lot of like quick decisions, quick food decisions, and lack of exercise. I looked at myself like probably about a month ago and I was like, I'm fat. Like, I don't look very good and I don't want to look like that. You know, my birthday's coming up. I'm like, I want to be able to celebrate and feel good in my clothes. So I had to tell myself the truth. If you can be good in one area, but you're lacking in others, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So we have to start getting better on all of it, lifting ourselves up. So tell yourself the truth. That's number 1. Tell your family the truth. Be honest with them. Be okay with maybe having a difference of opinion, right? But at the same time, be conscious of the fact that your family they're the closest people to you. They're going to love you no matter what, I hope, right? But we've got to be honest with each other. We got to tell each other the truth, because sometimes you need to hear it. A lot of times, the last one is others, like everyone else in your life. You've got to be honest. Why? Because a lot of times we sugarcoat stuff and we don't want to be frank with people. We don't want to tell them exactly what we think because we don't want to hurt their feelings, or we don't want to get them angry with us. But I'll tell you what, I would much rather have an uncomfortable and honest conversation with someone who had the forthright, who had the honesty, who had the integrity to be direct with me versus trying to sugarcoat it. Because people don't get your message when you're trying to sugarcoat stuff, right? It's better if you're just direct, kind of like rip that Band-Aid off right at the beginning and just go with it. Why? Because it might sting at first, but at the end of the day, it's better for you to be real about what your conversation is versus just kind of trying to dance around the topic. So I know that you guys may be thinking like, shit, I was going to say like money and happiness and, you know, how, without sacrificing your time. If you use your time more effectively, you're going to have both. You're going to have both more money and more happiness because you're able to be more effective with your day. So hope that message helps you guys a little bit. This is GGinspire. I'm after it. I'm going to be doing huge things. We got a book coming out. We got podcasts coming out. We're excited. So hope you guys stay tuned and be inspired for a great life.